Have you ever noticed there are so many programs out there for health, fitness, you name it, for all age groups, you name it. Hi, I'm Dr. Roseanne Gonzalez, and this is my channel, Dr. Rose 60 Plus Motivation Generation, because we're going to motivate each other. And in motivating each other today, we're going to see what to avoid when looking for these programs. Okay, let's get started. So first things first, we're going to avoid those one-size-fits-all programs. Even though in my last video I spoke about we would go to medical providers, we would go online, we would go to community, we just need to be aware of the program that we are going to get into. That it's nothing that's going to overexert us. It's nothing that is meant for, those that are younger and just really, really going at it. Those one size fits all are those programs that just you jump in and you do what you need to do. For instance, there is a dance exercise class out there that it is wonderful, but you need to know that you need to do the modifications at times. I know I do, because now I'm totally pooped out, right? So let's avoid those one size fits all programs that are just meant for everybody. It needs to be geared for our age group and our level. Got it? Got it. Let's go to the next one. Okay. And then there's those programs that totally ignore medical backing. By that, I mean they don't stretch like they should at the beginning of a workout. They don't acknowledge the fact that some of the participants may have arthritis. That's why it's very likely that we need to join a class that is meant for our age group and our level. We need to avoid those classes that do not offer low impact modifications. Yeah, we're not going to be doing all these jumping jacks all over the place, because I know I'm not. This body don't jump. But we need those that do offer something more low impact, so that at least we're moving and we're not sitting on the sofa, right? But there's those classes that are just going, let's go, and start jumping up and down. And it's like, no, those are the classes that we need to avoid, because they're ignoring medical specifications. Got it? Let's go to the next one. So we need to remember we're at the beginner level. We are searching for that health and fitness program. So being beginners, we're not going to walk into a class that is already using weights to work out, right? Again, we're at the beginner level. We are not going to walk in. We're going to avoid these classes that are over intense, right? That are already doing 50 to 100 push-ups or sit-ups, or are going outside and running a mile or two. Those are intense workouts that we are not prepared for right now. So that's what we're going to avoid. Again, it's always a good idea to find a class that is at your level, right? At your level, at your pace. Eventually, we'll get up to that pace, right? But right now, we're going to avoid those over intense workouts. Sounds good? Remember, because we're following doctor's orders. And there's many of us that have arthritis, heart issues, diabetes, so we need to take it easy. Got it? Let's go to the next one. And so the last thing that we need to avoid are those classes that are being taught by people that are not certified. If they're not certified, that means they don't know the proper protocol in case something happens, like you need CPR or somebody to come and help you some way or another. They need to go through a specific training and become certified. We want to avoid classes that the teacher turns on the music and walks out the door and talks on the phone all through class. So in other words, this teacher may be ignoring you, ignoring us. So there's a lack of personalization. There's a lack of support all the way around, right? So even though we're looking for classes through the same revenues like we did before in my last video, where we're looking for community classes, we're looking for online classes. The online is a different story. You're taking it at your own risk because you're going at your own pace. But when you enter a class, walk into that class, and that instructor is not certified or doesn't even pay attention to you, we're going to avoid those classes, right? So those are the 4 things. Let me do a recap now. Okay, here we go. So in the past, I would just step into a class, right? Of course, I was a lot younger. How about you? Did you just step into a class or just start doing an exercise, not realizing what your body is capable of doing and what you should be avoiding, right? In this case, I just talked about avoiding one-size-fits-all classes, right? Or lacking medical backing. You know, they're not caring about your heart issues or arthritis, your limitations, right? As far as you're able to move. Those overly intense classes, we need to avoid those, of course, and the lack of training for those instructors and their personal support, right? So those are things to avoid when searching for a program. Now, tomorrow's video is we're going to go into how do we know we need health and fitness programs? How do we know we're at that point where it's time to join a class, other than the consulting of your doctor, right? Because doctors are always going to say, well, with a little bit more exercise and watching your diet, but I'm going to give you 4 things that we need to go over to know why you specifically need this kind of program. Sounds good? Again, this is Dr. Roseanne Gonzalez, and this is my channel. This is Dr. Rose 60 Plus Motivation Generation, because we are going to motivate each other. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I am so happy you're here. Be sure to check out my Stan store, because I have bonus information for you, right? Bonus information. It's been wonderful having you here. Please watch my series. These are a series of videos all on the same topic, kind of sort of in a way, so I don't have to make long videos for you, because we can just grab what we need and move on. Sounds good. So I'll see you on the next one. Ciao.